Today we're going to learn how to make dill pickles with the master pickle maker, Myron Lapine from Gloucester. He's won ribbons, blue ribbons at the Topsfield Fair, and he's dying to show us how to make his dill pickles.
Today we're doing a speedy dill. We've already boiled these jars so they're hot and they're sterilized. I know I'm picking it up, but it's very, very hot. Laurie will vouch for me.
Yes.
What you're going to do is you're going to dump about a dozen peppercorns in the bottom of your jug. Now, for you folks that like hot peppers, this is a Scotch bonnie, a Captain Joe favorite. Plop that in your dill if you want them hot. Now, this is what we're going to do. You can have a jar and I get a jar.
Okay, I've already cut these pickles. They're just the regular pickling cucumbers that you get at the grocery store.
You can do slices or you can do spears. You're going to pack your hot jar.
Wait, I need some peppercorns.
Got to be hot. Whoops, I'm sorry.
Where'd they go?
Right there.
Oh, there we go.
How
many do I need?
About 12.
Perfect. Speedy dill. I like that.
Speedy dill. Again, you probably want to use a towel because these jars are very, very hot.
Okay.
You're going to pack the hot jar. You're going to space them in there.
I have a towel. Because I don't have hands like that. There we go.
Try to keep them all generally same size. You don't want them too tall so they stick out of the jar, so you got to kind of work around your Scotch bonnie, your jalapeno, your red pepper.
I'm not putting hot pepper in mine, okay? Just so we're clear.
Anything you like if you want them hot. You don't have to have them hot. I prefer them not hot.
Now, are these, do you do it a fancy way, like put the skins to the outside? Or?
No preference. Your preference. You want to get fancy? I go both. Wow. A little to the outside, some to the middle.
Okay. And you want to just pack them in there, put in
pack
as
them
many
in there
as you can.
as tight as you can.
All right. And the trick to making sure your cucumbers are not too tall is what?
Measuring them to the jar.
Against the jar, right here. I'll show you this because I didn't know that. Look. All right, this isn't that hot anymore. See? This one will work because you want to measure it like to right here. You have to chop off the top, chop off the bottom, but if the pickle is really too big, you have to make it fit to the size of the jar. So, what is the magic? What makes these dill pickles? That's what I want to know.
The magic is you actually take dill seed, dill weed, fresh dill. I got it in a little cheesecloth bag.
Okay, so it's like a sachet.
Like a sachet, absolutely. I'm going to infuse it into my vinegar instead of the recipe sometimes will call to put the dill seed in your jar. I think it's more presentable without the dill seed in the jar.
Okay.
Just looks cluttered on the bottom.
So while I'm filling the jars with the cucumber spears, Myron's going to tell us about the brine and the process and the pickling spices and all that interesting stuff.
We're going to add a cider vinegar to the dill pickles. It's 3 cups of cider vinegar. 3 cups of water. Some pickling spice, which is mustard seed, coriander, and a whole bunch of other spices.
The list is very long.
Very long. 6 tablespoons of salt and a dill sachet.
So what's the advantage to doing the little sachet over
I
just
think the
throwing it in
sachet, because they recommend that you put the dill seed or dill weed in the bottom of your bottle. I don't think it's looks as appetizing that way. I prefer to infuse it in the vinegar.
Well, that's a good enough answer for me. So how long does that cook?
Just bring that to a boil, and then
right.
we're going to ladle the hot mixture on top of the dill pickles.
So as you can see, I stuffed all these cucumbers into the jars, and there's the peppercorns in the bottom. And the next step here is to put the hot vinegar brine into the pickle jars, right?
Right, yep.
All right.
For that I need my wide mouth funnel.
There we go.
And take that, put it back on top. You're going to take the hot liquid right out of the pan. I still got my sachet in there. Let it absorb, the vinegar absorb it.
Okay.
Sometimes some of the dill seeds might come out. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Is this, you go like that much to the top?
About the same.
All right.
About 1/4 of an inch. Pretty standard. Straightforward. That one's all set. You can pop that funnel into the next one.
Okay.
And take a hot lid. It's a 2-part lid system.
Wow.
Some of the canning jars have 1 part. Pretty much your local hardware store carries just about everything I have in my canning set. Some places have canning kits. The hot pepper, if you want to put a hot pepper in, which I'm going to add this one for Captain Joe again. Yep, we got another Scotch bonnie. Going to slice it just on the sides. Just let the vinegar in. Let it cook.
Okay, so it sort of just goes through and
Let
catches
the heat
the
out.
flavor.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, let the heat out.
All right. Shove that down in.
Shove it
Oh,
in
there
there.
we go.
And this one, once you put the hot dill on, you're gonna smell that heat. If they're pretty hot peppers, you're gonna smell it cooking.
Excellent.
You're gonna put the 2-pot lid on both of them, boil
Okay.
them about 20 minutes. Some recipes call for 10. The Ball Cannon book says 20 minutes a pint.
And you listen to the ball canning book.
Absolutely.
There you go. So
It ain't-
did you start figuring out how to do this by buying a book?
I bought a book.
Okay.
My book was the Pickling Book for Dummies, which Laurie has beside her.
Fantastic. Wait, let me see. Look at
Cannon,
that.
Cannon and
This
Preserving.
is well used and well loved. Huh?
Pickling Book for Dummies, reference for the rest of us. There's always a little brine left. If you want to make some more, fine. You want to save it? Now you got a dill vinegar. Use it on your salad,
I
marinade.
was thinking about that. You could use that in marinade, make a salad dressing with
Sure,
it. So
yep.
really nothing goes to waste here.
Nothing goes
That's
to
excellent.
waste.
That's what we like.
Just so you know, you can reuse the cannon jars, the ring. The middle is no good because of the rubber will hold bacteria after you used it.
That's a very good point.
You can reuse your jars, dishwasher safe.
So now these go back in the boiling water bath?
Back into the water bath,
And
20
how much
minutes.
water do we have to have to?
Cover about 1/4 of an inch above the jug.
Okay. All right. So let's make that happen.
We'll make it
All
happen.
right.
We're going to end this segment by taking out a jar of hot dills. They're all ready to go. They've been boiling for 20 minutes. You're going to put them on your counter on a towel. Let them air dry. Don't have a fan running, no drafts. Let them sit. As Laurie just heard, you're going to hear it go tink. And every time it does tink, thank you. That's a good seal. They're all ready to go. If you want them hot, you eat them hot. You want them cold, stick them in your fridge. Stick them outside. They're ready to go. They're Speedy Dill.